Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie Austin here and welcome back to my channel. Before we get in the video, make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you like my workouts and my tips and all that. Okay, so this video is going to be kind of interesting. I get a lot of questions, actually like every time I do a Q&A thing or ask you guys what you guys want to see on my channel. Like 90% of it is about dating and stuff, and yes, I am single, so I've gone on a few first dates and not all of them have gone that great. So I want to tell you my 10 tips for a first date. So we all know that first dates can be kind of awkward, so I wanted to share with you guys my tips to make it the most seamless first date possible. Tip number 1, first and foremost, do not be late. It's not cute to arrive like 10-15 minutes late, and traffic is not an excuse. It's really rude when the guy that I'm gonna be on a date with is 10 minutes late and I have to wait alone at the restaurant. I feel like that's just such an awkward vibe right there. So arrive on time and be prompt. Tip number 2, don't be on your phone. Don't be scrolling through Instagram. Even someone like me puts down my phone for that hour and a half, 2 hours. It's crazy. I can put down my phone like that and put down Instagram unless it's an emergency, unless it's like, you know, a family, something that's going on. Don't be on your phone and liking photos. I've been on a first date before where a guy is literally watching his Instagram stories while we're on a date. And I'm like, bruh, why the hell do you have to be watching your Instagram stories? And by the way, they were girls, and they were like girls in like bathing suits, and he was just chilling, watching his stories. I'm like, I can first off see your phone, and it's just like, I just found that a little bit rude. So girls and guys, put down your phones during that first date. Tip number 3, don't talk about exes. I've been on a date before, and for 30 minutes of our dinner date, I mean, this guy did not stop talking about his ex-girlfriend and how they broke up, and I was like, okay, like we all have exes, we all get it, we've all been through breakups, so just think about the future instead of the past. Tip number 4, order whatever you feel comfortable ordering. Sometimes my friends and myself, I'm like, oh my God, do you think he's gonna judge me if I order the quinoa salad bowl? Or do you think he's gonna judge me if I order the steak and potatoes? No, order whatever you feel comfortable and whatever you want for dinner that night or lunch. Because if he judges you first off on whatever you order, then... Okay, tip number 5, this is kind of a personal preference, and for a lot of my friends, I like to do this too. Take a shot of tequila before you go on your date. For me, this just like helps calm down all my nerves, and I'm sorry, mom and dad, if you're watching, this is like not a very healthy and like great tip, but I think it actually just helps like loosen you up and make sure like you're not feeling too awkward and stiff, and kind of just, I don't know, it helps with the nerves just a little bit. Just 1 shot of tequila. And this leads me to tip number 6. Don't get too fucked up. Don't get too drunk on the date, because I've unfortunately ruined a really great first date by getting a little bit too drunk, because I was really nervous. He was like the cutest guy ever. He like has the most amazing job. He was like, he's very highly sought after, let's just say that. And he picked me up and it was an amazing date, but I got a little too drunk and I think I might have ruined it because I was just so nervous. So learn from my mistakes and don't get too drunk on that first date. Tip number 7. I hope you guys, I don't know, I'm awkward. Clean up your space at home before you go on the date. I'm not laughing. I can't even say this from a straight face. So this one time, first off, again, I took a shot of tequila before this date, or like 2 or 3, and so he came back after the date. He came back to see my place, and I wasn't expecting him to come back with me because I don't really do that. And so he came back to my place, and there was shots like of tequila sitting, you know, in my bathroom, like, and he was like, were you taking shots before I picked you up? And I was like, you know what, I might have been. And I felt so embarrassed that he knew that I was drinking before he came to pick me up. Also, I mean, my place was just an actual wreck. Like, I looked like the messiest person ever. So clean up before you go on a date, because you just never know how it's gonna go. What if you like love this guy or like hit it off the first time and you're like, come back to my place, let's have a glass of wine at my place, and your place is really messy like mine was. So tip number 8, if you are meeting someone that you met online or on a dating app, I really highly suggest that you don't have him pick you up for the first date, because we don't want him to know your address. And I feel like that's just like the safe way to do it, to meet in a public space. It's like, hey, I'll meet you here at 8 o'clock instead of him coming to pick you up, because what if we hate him, or what if he's creepy? So yeah. Tip number 9, this one is super important. Wear something you are comfortable and confident in. I have messed this one up before. I've worn like a cute little crop top with like a little mini skirt to a first date, and I was like self-conscious when I was sitting down about my rolls over my skirt with my crop top, and so I was like in a conversation, like trying to hold my posture and like hold my abs and stomach in, and like, F that. We don't need to be doing that, because we want to be confident, we want to be comfortable. So make sure you are wearing something that you can have a good time in. Tip number 10, and this one you might not agree with me, it might be a little controversial, but I mean this in the best way possible. I always offer to split the bill at the end of dinner. On a first date, I mean, I don't want him first off to think that I owe him something for paying for it, because he's not taking me out. It's just kind of, we're meeting up to get to know each other, and that's how I usually see it. So if you feel comfortable enough, ask to split the bill with him or her. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this 10 first date tip video. If you guys like my channel and me, follow me on Instagram at Katie Austin, subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment down below if you have any more tips for a first date, or what you guys think about this video. See you guys soon.